So we're talking about in terms of the process of the skills that you're teaching your students, and you've identified that there are some steps that you really need to focus on.
We recognize there's some steps that we need to revisit throughout the year, and one of those is the research process. The students are very eager to sign out a book or get online and go into a site, but they need to make conscious decisions on one. Is this an appropriate text for my reading level?
Is it a just right text for them to get and extrapolate the information from?
Revisit how to take effective jot notes. And if you're not taking jot notes and you're copying something, how to cite it. Because plagiarism was a concern, and it's an ongoing concern. And there are ways for us to find out when they do online tasks through the wikis or the blogs that it's plagiarized. But we don't want to talk about just, you plagiarized this. How do you move forward from that now? They've done this. So revisiting, how do you take what it says and how do you synthesize that into your own words? And based on those notes, what is the information telling you? Because you could be reading something, taking all these jot notes, but if the information's not really telling you anything, you're not learning anything from it, and you can't connect it back to the big idea
or the guiding question,
then it's not valuable. It's just a bunch of jot notes and busy work. So all that learning needs to happen and be revisited. We've found this year, each time we introduce a new research type project.
And it was really important. I mean, we got to almost the culminating stage for their last task. And then I realized that one of the groups, I realized, and the group realized that there was a huge misconception with the big idea question. So we had to, and which was fine, we had to bring it back and go back to small group instruction. That group needed a focused lesson on let's go back and look at the sources. Let's go back and look at our jot notes. And once we did that small group session, it took them a couple of extra days, but they were able to go back and revisit the guiding question, the big idea question, and then be able to then finalize their culminating tasks, which were then more effective.
But that's effective, right? When you provide the whole class instruction and then having that small group instruction based on their need.
Yeah.
So it allows them to move forward as a group.
Yeah, and that's learning.
Yes.
Like they're realizing that
it wasn't, and it was really important that they didn't see the learning process as a linear process. I give you the task, you do the work in collaboration, we do some mini lessons, you then get the culminating task, and then you're done. So what was nice about that, they're continually seeing that it's not even a circle. It's kind of this really messy web of learning that, you'll give in the task, you do some learning, you do some research, we'll do some small group instruction, you go back, we'll do some whole group instruction, we'll come back. So that give and take, we're able to really see that process a little clearly, more clearly.
And also then that says your role as a teacher.
It moves from being teacher-directed to being more facilitator and guiding them through what you said, looking at their needs.